Hi, I'm Weston. I begrudgingly discussed the New York Jets, and I'm here to talk about Week 16, where the New York Jets lose 19-3 to the Jacksonville Jaguars, in a game that was eerily similar to last week, and the week before that, and the week before that. It's the same exact game. The defense allows, in the first half, a bad drive where the other team gets a touchdown. This time it was a drive that allowed Trevor Lawrence to just Superman over the pile and put it in for 3. Or 6. I can do math. I know what scores mean. And the first half, the defense looks pretty mid, and you're like, oh, buckaroo, this could be bad. But then the second half happens, and then the defense completely clamps down. They stop the other team completely in their tracks. They allowed a couple of field goals, but not much else. And the offense can do absolutely nothing until it's like the fourth quarter and way too late. It's the same exact story that it's been the past 4 games. It's identical. Hey everyone, you want to hear a number that makes me feel dead inside? The New York Jets over this 4-game losing streak are allowing 21.6 points per game, which if you maintained that for a full season would put you about 11th in the entire NFL. And over the last 3 games, just a hair under 20 points per game, which would put you in the top 10. They've lost every game in both of those stretches. I hate it here. And the thing is, the 27 points against the Vikings is a lot of heavy lifting for that overall points allowed, total. The 27 against them was the bad game for the defense in that stretch, and I didn't even think they played that bad in that game against the Vikings. The defense is holding up their end of the bargain. The offense can't do a damn thing. And it happened again tonight. And you can say, well, Weston, the weather looked terrible. That's super cool. The weather's been terrible multiple games, but the weird thing is the other team finds a way to move the ball. Tonight was the nail in the coffin for Zach Wilson. It's over. This game single-handedly ended it. Zach Wilson looked terrible again. Missing easy throws, again. Missing easy reads, again. You could make excuses when Joe Flacco outplayed him in the first few games, because Joe Flacco, he's a veteran, and of course he's not going to make dumb mistakes, and they were able to dumb the offense down and just make it all short passing game, and they want to spread it out with Zach Wilson, and that's why. You could make those excuses. And then Mike White came in, and Mike White outplayed Zach Wilson, and people were going, it's because they don't have film on Mike White, even though there's games from last year where they would have film on Mike White, and you kind of know what you should get with that. Oh, it's that, and the fact that he was playing bad defenses, even though Wilson's played equally bad defenses, and he's done absolutely nothing against them. That's why Mike White was able to succeed. Chris Streveler came in and outplayed Zach Wilson tonight. Thoroughly outplayed Zach Wilson. The offense moved like an offense with Chris Streveler, and they couldn't do that with Zach Wilson. It's done. We are so past it. Zach Wilson tonight had 9 completions. Streveler had 10. 9 of 18, 10 for 15. Neither of those are shining performances. 92 yards for Zach Wilson, 90 for Streveler, but Streveler did become our leading rusher for the game. 9 carries for 54 yards. I'm sorry, this is it. It's over. And I liked Zach Wilson, I really did. I really wanted it to work out with Zach Wilson, and I believed it would. Because I'm a stupid child that continues to believe in the New York Jets, despite the fact that they give me reason after reason after reason after reason, and time after time after time after time, show me that I shouldn't believe in them. I believe in them. And I did it again this year. And then we got 3 games over 500, and I believed so hard. And then we fell back down for a little bit of time, but then we perked back up, and we're, again, 3 games above 500, and I believed again. And then you were 7-4, and I believed with every fiber of my being that you were done being the same old Jets. But here we are, 7-4 to 7-8. We've been drugged back down to hell. And I heard all throughout the broadcast tonight, they're talking about how Zach Wilson's getting an unfair shake and the crowd needs to stop booing. We're not booing a middle-of-the-road quarterback who continues to be middle of the road. We're booing a quarterback who is consistently finishing dead last, 35th in some categories, among qualified quarterbacks in every statistic who can't complete a check down. This wasn't like when we booed Darnold when he'd be mid, because that was kind of unfair. This isn't unfair to Zach Wilson. He can't do the little things right. By the way, I let the darkness win today. I was watching Darnold highlights. That's how bad it's gotten. But there's been this narrative with Zach Wilson that you got to be patient with him because you spent such a high draft pick on him, right? He gets to suck for longer because he was the 2nd overall pick. No. Don't lower your standards because you spent a high-value pick to get him. Because in the past 2 seasons, he has had maybe 1 good game, maybe at max like 3 good games. Not even talking about games that just wowed you, because I don't think there has been a game that has completely wowed you with him. There are games that you're like, oh wow, he wasn't a total liability today. This game ended it. It ended the playoffs as well. I don't think we're technically eliminated, but, you know, it's over. It's over. So now you look ahead to the Seahawks game on the 1st of the year, right, January 1st, because we have a long time to sit on this one. And it's been like, oh, you have 3 quarterbacks. You now have 4 quarterbacks to pick from. You can go with Wilson. You can go with Flacco. You can go with White. You can go with Streveler. Honestly, anyone but Wilson. And that might sound mean and harsh and just like I'm trying to dunk on him, but find me one good reason why Wilson should get another start. Like, he got outplayed by Streveler tonight, guys. That's the nail in the coffin. I'll be back next year to talk about the Jets. But that's it for right now. If you enjoyed the video, please consider to like and subscribe. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day. And as always, go Jets.